Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Michael got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this Hump Day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well then, I guess you found us on Facebook. If you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, man. Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. Like that page. And not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. Now, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, excellent. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, man. Listen. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. Okay, the subscribe button. All right. Also, click the notification button. That's the little bell right next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. You get it? You got it? Good. What the heck is that? Oh. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, please don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. What your problem is? Come on, man. We have a mobile app. So listen, wherever you get your apps from, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you get your apps from. So you go there, wherever you get your apps from, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zare, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Woolworth, Goldblatt, Weebolts, doesn't matter. All right, you go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles. Thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all the articles Chicago sports related. Yeah. Now, if you're watching this on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Come on, man. Where have you been? All right, we have our own Roku channel. So, if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Okay? Do us a solid. Here's what I need you to do. Go there. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your television. Okay? And put it there right next to all the big boys. Netflix, Hulu, HBO Plus, Apple TV, Prime, Disney Plus, Paramount, Stars. Oh yeah, Stars, Hulu. Telling you, Hulu, they got the Shies going on Showtime. That too. Put us right smack dab in the middle of all of them. All right, we'll be on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen, right, Mickey now. Now, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, that's CHI, at Sports Zone Shy. But if you want to follow me, just me, personally online, you want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IGer and you do it just for the gram, we'll just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we got a good show for you, but I need you to get interactive with us. So listen, whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best Chicago sports talk morning sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Nobody. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it, just bring it. Let's see who we got in the chat. Lord have mercy. Oh, the chat is jumping already. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. My man Junior's in the house. He's like, made my coffee, peanut butter sandwich, just waiting on Sports Zone to start. That's what I'm talking about. Junior, be smooth is in the house. Brian, what's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Cornelius Squall's in the house. What's up? All my sports owners, he's wishing them a good morning. What's up? Shawn Wall's in the Mickey Ficky house. Hump day draft. Yes, it is, baby. Yes, it is, doctor. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, snap. Jay Grizz is in the mother Hubbard. Hell yeah. Jay Grizz in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Patty is in the house. Patty Lara. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can tell you. Let's see. Really good cup of tea. Not the best cup of tea I've made. Not great, but it's really good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, we have a lot to talk today, baby. We have White Sox. We have Cubs. We have Bulls. NBA draft today. Shut the front door. We have Chicago Sky. We got hockey. We got a call from the Hall for one of Chicago's. He's not from Chicago. Played for the Hawks, though. We're drafted by the Hawks in 88. Gets the call to the Hall. We're going to talk about that. JR himself, Jeremy Roenick. We have that to talk. I'm excited about that. There's a lot to talk about today. Man, I missed talking to you guys. I miss talking sports with you guys. That's why I'm wearing my Bulls hat, see? Yeah, that's why, because the NBA draft is tonight. But I miss talking to you guys big time. It's been frustrating as a White Sox fan, to say the least. Yeah. Cub fans aren't very happy with their baseball teams. Oh, we have the Sky. The Sky's, they're 6-9. They're not even a winning basketball team. So, wow, this is the dead time. It's the dead time. So, but I miss it. I miss talking to you guys. There's always some stuff that we can go over. But sometimes just like, you know? So I don't want to. I don't want to go over goofy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to. There's some things that are. All right. Like I'm not going to keep going over Bear stuff right now. Why? It's pointless. All right. You got a whole bunch of people trying to create content. There's nothing going on. All right. Minus the signing of a defensive end or a big time D end or a big time 3-tech. There's nothing going on. So to talk Bears football is crazy. Now there's other stuff of Bears we're going to talk today. That's for sure. All right. Yeah, it's, here's what we're going to do. There you go. How to get this in, because that's perfect. But yeah, we got some Bulls to talk. Not only did the Are they ready for the draft today? They finally, they have a first-round draft pick. It's been, what, 36 years since you've had one? It seems like it. Finally have a first-round draft pick to it's crazy. All the stuff we gave up for Vooch. It's nuts. It is absolutely nutso. All right. The Bulls have the 11th overall pick in the first round today. I don't think it's enough to move the needle for me. I don't know. I mean, you'll get a good player, but is that what you want? Good players? I mean, we need some difference makers is what we need. That's what we need. We need difference makers. You know? I don't know if you saw JR hangs out with Cole at his bar. No, I haven't. I didn't know that. I know John put up a post yesterday. He put up a post congratulating JR. He said, hey, congratulations, my friend. And I was like, oh, okay. So he doesn't surprise me that he knows him. Plank, what's up, Papa? Good morning. Bear down, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But, yeah, there's a lot going on in sports. Even though it's dead time, there's a lot of jockeying for position. All right, especially with basketball tonight, the culmination. Hockey just finished. All right, the other day. Basketball finished a few days prior. But here in Chicago, there's always stuff to talk about. Not every day, but definitely every once a week, like I'm doing for the next couple more next upcoming weeks. How do I say that? Yeah, I have a college degree. I know how to speak. For the next few weeks for the coming weeks, it'll just be on Wednesdays, as you guys know. So that's good enough for now. Good enough for now. Because I'm not going to keep making stuff up and talking about all types of hypotheticals and no. Let's talk sports. Let's talk what's happening. Talk some possibilities, but I'm not going to go off the deep end. I'm like, oh, well, we're going to do this. Well, what about this? What about that? What about this? Let's see it all play out. Let's see how it hangs, and we can go from there. So I'm telling you, I missed it. This was fun, guys. I missed talking to you guys. I miss it. We got a former White Sox coming back to pitch against us tomorrow, a makeup game. That's going to be lovely. I listened to Ozzy this morning. And the more I listen to Ozzy, the more I just don't understand why they didn't hire him in the first place. And that's I know why, but I don't know why. You claim to want to win. Reinsdorf, baseball is your passion. You claimed, I'd trade all 6 Bulls championships for a World Series title. Okay, well, you got your World Series title. Here's a crazy idea. How about winning another one? There's a crazy idea. Let's win another one. Let's contend for another one. Let's be a perpetual contender. That's a crazy idea. And I understand that you have history with him. I understand that he is a person who doesn't like to be told what to do, does things his way. But he's a damn good manager. He's a damn good manager. And if you could, this is going on, what, 4 years, 5 years now? Yeah, give or take. Well, I called for him and said, hey, he needs this job. They need to give him this job. Why? Because, one, he's obviously, Spanish is his first language. So him communicating with all the young stars that they had, there'd be nothing lost in translation. He'd get his point across. Two, the respect that he has as a World Series winning manager. He's got two. Remember, he won with the Florida Marlins in 2003 and won with us in 2005 as our manager. He was a third base coach with Florida. I think he won with the Braves too back in the day as well. He might have three. But also his style of play, his mentality. All right, if you don't know, Ozzie left Venezuela at like 16, 17 years old. So you have to be street smart. You have to grow up fast. When you leave your country in Venezuela as a teenager, comes here, becomes an all-star, one of the best White Sox players in history. His baseball IQ is through the roof. Jay Grizz, you're working, Papa. That's all right. I appreciate you tuning in, man. I do. You know, this problem could have been alleviated the whole time. You know what? You want to deal with a pain in the ass manager who knows his shit. You want to deal with a pain in the ass manager who can get the best out of his players. You want to deal with a pain in the ass manager who holds his players accountable. You want to deal with a pain in the ass manager who has his players run through a brick wall for him. But you don't want to deal with him, pain in the ass manager, because he's a pain in the ass, because he's not going to let you have all the control you want. Come on, man. That don't make any sense. And days like yesterday show how bad this organization is. It was almost a sellout. It sold out today. Today's Mexican Hispanic Heritage Night, Mexican Heritage Night. Sold out. They ain't here to see the White Sox. All right? You got a whole bunch of Dodger fans who are in town, in and around the Chicagoland area, who are coming in for this. You get to see, they're coming to see, and the Sox fans are coming to see, not the White Sox, they're coming to see Shohei Ohtani. So when the Dodgers come and you sell out, and you haven't sold out a day all season long, and they sell out, what does that tell you? I'm telling you, I want less than 10,000. I'd love to get less than 5,000 people at the game and just have it be embarrassing. And then here's the thing. He doesn't care. That's the crazy part. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. But as fans, we got to do something. I got a call to go to the game yesterday, and I was like, nah. I mean, I had stuff to do. I mean, although I could have moved some stuff, but come on, man. No. But you want to win. You want to win championships. You want World Series. Or you're happy now that you got one in 2005 and you're good. Now you can die a happy old man. Is that what it is? I don't know. But it's frustrating. But luckily we got the Sky to talk about, even though they're under 500. They're 6-9. The Cubs are disappointing. The Bulls I wonder how many people really give a damn about the Bulls drafted this year. How many people? I don't know. Listen, hold on. Aunt Mass. What's up, Papa? Good morning. How you gonna say? Good morning to Brian and not me. That's messed up, dog. It's jacked up. You come in wishing Brian a happy good day and everything. You don't say hi to me. That's jacked up, Papa. What's up? What'd I do to you? I'm just kidding. I know you said bear down. I'm just busting with you. I'm busting your chops. GK, you off the dub? I almost agree with you. It has to be done now. It has to be seen. Now we got to do it. No ifs, ands. Now we got to do it. All right. We built the roster. We got the coach. We have the offensive coach. We obviously have the defensive coach. We have the defensive side of the ball last year. Now the offense needs to step up. Now we just got to do it. Apparently Aunt Mass does like you. Be smooth. I'm just busting your chops, Papa. Oh, snap. My man James Ford in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to jump in the top of the morning topics. So we have some stuff to talk, baby. We have some stuff to talk. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Towards third, long throw, Morrell. Out at first, nice play, Christopher. And a good stretch by Bush. Michael Bush. There goes a runner. Pitch is in the dirt, throw to second, too late. And that's a stolen bait. On the ground, softly hit, it'll get through. And the stolen base has yielded a run. Pointer in, Bush an RBI RBI single, and it's the batter. Runner takes off, pitch is cut on and missed, throw, tag out, and Wisely is cut down.
Had a pretty good pitcher run on 2-A.
Out number 2, a bouncing ball hit to second, fielded on a low hop by Horner. The flip to first in time. That's out.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. Those were the Cubs yesterday, and guess what? We're going to start with them because you know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Well, the first top of the morning topic. I told you where we're going to go with it. Cubs. Tough one, baby. Tough one. Ugh. You know, and here's why people are frustrated. The Cubs fall to the San Francisco Gigantes, the Giants. All right, 5-1. Yeah, it was tough. Kyle Hendrick was on the bumps. He got the loss. He's 1-5 on the season. He wins seven innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 punch outs. Michael Busch 1 for 3, driving in the only RBI, his 28th of the year for the Cubs. Cubs are just having problems. The Cubs are just having problems. And, you know, there was a lot of talk about the Cubs, and I was one of them. I thought the Cubs would be one of the teams that were going to contend for the division. Okay, unfortunately, they are not. They are in last place in the NL Central, 10 games back. I don't know. All right, you have the talent. You have a lot of team. You have a lot of players from the team last year, which did well, and you expected the team to do much better with a perceived upgraded manager, and if they're not getting it done. But the Cubs, all right, they're at the Giants again tonight. TBA, who they're going to pitch, they don't know. It'll probably be a bullpen day, or maybe they're going to call someone up, you know, and send them right back down. And they're going to go against Hayden Birdsong, who is making his major league debut for the Giants. So a couple of young pitchers are going today. First pitch is at 8:45 Central Time. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship 670 AM. The next top of the morning topic. No. My White Sox, baby. Yeah, the White Sox, they fall to the Dodgers 4-3. Chris Flexen, he got the loss. He 2-7 on the season. He was 5 2/3, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 punch outs. Gives up a leadoff homer to Shohei Ohtani. Andrew Benintendi, he was 1 for 3 with a homer, his 6th of the season. That put the Sox up at the bottom of the first. He drove in his 21st and 22nd runs of the season. Eloy Jimenez was 1 for 5 with a double, his 6th of the year, driving in his 13th run of the season. Now, you know what was weird is like he looked okay, but like watching him run, I just don't. I saw him run the other day, 2 nights ago. It looked like he was on one leg. Yesterday was better, but still, he looks. I mean, he's always hurt. Dude's always hurt. Like, damn, man. Like, I'm not even going to go there because you're going to get me started. All right, the next top of the morning topic, staying with the White Sox. The White Sox host the Dodgers again for the finale of the series today. Hoping to avoid a sweep. Let's salvage one game, please. All right, Gavin Stone's on the bump. Okay, for those Doyers. He's 8-2 with a 3.04 ERA. He's going up against Eric Fetty, who's 5-2 for the White Sox with a 3.05 ERA. First pitch is at 7:10 p.m. You can catch that game on NBC Sports Chicago or listen to it on their flagship station, AM 1000. Now, today is Mexican Heritage Night, and they were sold out. A friend of mine called me yesterday and said, "Hey, Shawn, you got a guy?" I was like, "Of course, I got a guy. I got a guy." She goes, and they said, "Can you give me some tickets for tonight's game?" Because this was yesterday. And I was like, how many do you need? Like 10. I'm like, dude, 10 tickets to fudge. 2, 4. You want 10 tickets, dude? What the hell are you doing asking me the day before the freaking game? I called my guy, and he's like, dude, he goes, standing room only was sold out. They just sold out standing room only. He goes, yes, they sold out standing room only today. I was like, okay. So Mexican Heritage Night, it's going to be a pretty cool deal. A lot of Mexican culture. Sure, music, mariachis, zarapes. Okay, it's going to be pretty fun at the ballpark. Pretty fun. Now, if someone calls me later today and says, hey, I got an extra ticket, I'll go. But I just couldn't make it yesterday. I had stuff to do, and I just couldn't move some stuff around. But this is the sad part. The White Sox have the worst record in baseball. You're on the way to 120 losses. Are you serious? And the thing is, you have a lot of the same people that you had last year. I know Eloy's hurt. Lou Bob is struggling. Yo-Yo, whenever the hell he's coming back, I have no idea. You know, that is one of the worst. I don't know. I'm not gonna go down that road. Because I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad because of the wasted opportunity that they had. The wasted opportunity that they had. Look at this guy. Chica said, "Wake me up when the Bear season starts. Can't wait anymore. Big things are coming this way." I agree. Yeah, your guys suck, dude. So do my guys. So do my guys. It's a bad summer. It's actually a good summer. Here's why. I told you before. Now you get to do stuff with your significant other, because once Bear season starts, come on now. You know how wild and crazy we're going to be. Oh, man. Your friend was taking his wife and kids and his other 2 girlfriends. What was that? Anyway. Yeah, so the White Sox, they host the Dodgers for the finale of the series tonight. Like I said, trying to salvage one. Gavin Stone's on a bump for those Dodgers, 8-2 with a 3.04, and Eric Fetty, he's 5-2 with a 3.05 ERA. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be fun. All right, you've seen a lot of Dodger fans in the stands. A lot of Dodger fans. I get it. All right, Dodgers are one of the teams. Here's the issue. One of the biggest issues I have. You know, for whatever reason, we don't act like a big market. We're the 3rd largest market in the country. Okay, why are we always having rebuilds? Why is our farm system always shit? Okay, why? Oh, maybe because the guy who was in charge of the farm system is now the general manager. So you promote mediocrity. I mean, when was the last time that the Dodgers had a rebuild? Or the Yankees? Or the Red Sox? Or the Braves? These are quality teams. These are quality teams that don't seem to have a rebuild. They'll reload. They may take a year or 2 off, or may not, or miss the playoffs for a year or 2, but they're right back at it. And they're usually contending even in the years that they don't make the playoffs. So why can't we do that? Because you don't want to spend. Because you haven't hired the right people. Once they're hired by you, there's no accountability. You're loyal to a fault. And that's the biggest issue. You're loyal to a fault. Because Chris Getz got no business running this team. None. You ran the minor league system. What the hell do we have in the minor league system? Who the hell do we have to look forward to coming up? We don't got 6, 8 guys, 10 guys scattered throughout the minor league system that we're all excited about. Because the only time that we had people that you're excited about, you put the minor league games on TV. You put the minor league freaking games on TV. The Charlotte Knights. You remember that a few years ago, 6, 7 years ago? They had you watching Yoan Moncada. They had you watching Luis Robert. They had you watching Eloy Jimenez. They had you watching all these guys. They're so fired up about their farm system, and when they all came up, guess what? It left the cupboard bare. Isn't that your job as a director of the minor leagues to replenish the cupboard? Isn't that your job? I thought it would be. When's Colson Montgomery going to be up? Colton Montgomery going to be up here? How many years has he been in the minors? 5, 6, 10? You're a 28-year-old rookie? Come on now. Who have we brought up that's got you excited? Andrew Vaughn? Potential was there. He hasn't lived up to it. Gavin Sheets? If he gets a hold of one, it's going a long way. Who? So the guy that you had in charge of making sure all the kids, the young players and the minors are getting the fundamentals instilled in them, developing, becoming good, solid, great, good, solid players, some great. The guy who failed at that, you moved up to general manager? What the hell is that? So this rebuild was over before it even began. Just stupid ass hires. So you got me fired up. All right, here you go. Let's talk about one winning team. And then they're not even winning. The Sky. Sky beat the Indiana Fever on Sunday, 88-87. Angel Reese, 25 points, 16 boards, her 8th consecutive double-double. Camila Cardoso, 16 points, 10 rebounds. She also got a double-double. Kennedy Carter contributed 23 points. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You know, they interviewed Angel Reese. Let me take this down so I can. She came right out and said, I'm a dog. My energy, that's what I do. Now, so I loved it because she wasn't bragging. She was saying, this is who I am. All right, if you saw, see, can we get some of that? Let's see. Hold on, player. Yeah. Look at these highlights. Look at Angel Reese. Rebounding, fighting her ass in there, bullying her way in there for layups, rebounds, box outs, block shots. Peep this. Peep Angel Reese. Because she is, in her words, she a dog.
Keep your eye on in this matchup on the bigs inside. Aaliyah Boston, Camila Cardoso. Of course, they played with one another in college, but they go at one another in this matchup.
And Kennedy.
A little bit of time, but we've been able to really see how powerful her two-man game can be with Caitlin Clark.
Cardoso on the offensive glass, keeps it alive and sticks it in.
You know how tough that shot was?
Mabry, great feed. Allen lays it in. Good. 3. Harrison the board. Mabry flings it down the floor. Reese, what a catch and finish. Angel Reese. It wasn't there. Now has it knocked away. Cardoso, the deflection. Kennedy Carter lays it in. 3-point game.
Those clips courtesy of ESPN. Telling you, these girls are fun to watch. Now, winning again. They're 6-9 on the season. That's not exactly a record you want to write home to mom about. But I'll tell you what, they are exciting. They are exciting. And the one thing that you want to see exciting basketball. And that's what they're giving us. That's exactly what they're giving us, and that's what we want. All right, they're making their way, they're doing their part. Okay, there was a lot of hype coming out. All right, there's a lot of hype coming out with this rookie class. Okay, a lot of hype. And you know what? They're living up to it. I'll tell you what, the one thing that I liked about this, the momentum from college has not gone away. Watch. This is from Annie Costable. All right. Trying to get her on again. Talk Sky. In today's Sun-Times, Annie Costable writes, the Sky Fever set another record. The numbers came out yesterday. Sky and the Fever set a viewership record for the second consecutive Sunday. Are you kidding me? 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. The latest matchup at 88-87 Sky victory averaged 2.3 million viewers on ESPN, according to Sports Media Watch. Surpassing the previous mark, the team set the following week of 2.25 viewers on CBS. It was the most watched WNBA game in 23 years. Well, unreal. Sky has been part of the WNBA's 3 most watched games since 2001. The Fever played in all 3, with the third being Caitlin Clark's debut in May. This is what I love. All right, we talked about it. We talked about the imaging. The image of these girls, these ladies. All right, it's a lot softer. All right, we talked about the perception that they had of being a whole bunch of butch, a whole bunch of lesbians. Okay, not attractive lesbian, butches you call them. And what they're doing is WNBA understands marketing because they're working with the NBA, and the NBA is like, no. People aren't going to want to go watch some butchy girls play basketball. They want beautiful women playing basketball, or not beautiful, just not necessarily butches. And it's not a disrespect to them, but this is what people want to see. And so, as I mentioned before, if you remember, the team photo shoot, media day, yeah, they're in their uniforms, but their hair's done. They don't have their hair in a pony or in a bun like they do when they play. Their hair was done. Makeup was on. All right, they are not playing. They understand what sells. They understand it. And when you see that, one of the things that I liked which they're doing, you're highlighting what. Oh. And it's shallow. I get it. I understand. I'm not gonna bullshit you and act like, oh no. But they're highlighting the beauty of these young ladies. They're highlighting it. So what they do now is what the Sky does is they make sure they have, and I'm sure they talk to Angel Reese, sure they talk to all their players. This is Angel Reese walking into the game on Sunday. This is how she arrived at the game. You don't think men are going to tune into that? Because men aren't watching the WNBA. Let's keep it honest. Let's keep it a buck. Men were not watching the WNBA. But then you got superstars like this who come in dressed like this, and it opens eyes. A lot more people. You go to their Instagram account, up. WNBA league passes, up. Season ticket holders, up. And the best part about it is she's a dog. She's not a frail, oh, you fouled me. She doesn't flop like Caitlyn. And Caitlyn's a stud. Let's keep it real. But she flops. She doesn't flop. She's in there battling. And that's why Chicago loves her. One, she's a beautiful young lady. Two, she's a dog. She's in there. She's working her ass off, getting rebounds with girls taller than her, bigger than her, stronger than her, and she's grabbing rebounds, putting them back and ones, falling all over the place, and that's why Chicago loves her. Because she's a damn dog. She don't give a frick. I'm getting this rebound. She's coming out 100% all night, and I love it. Remember, we had another player like that, basketball player like that, and that was Dennis Rodman. As crazy as Dennis Rodman was, how big of a cult following. He was second most popular, a distinct second, but second most popular player on the Bulls behind Mike. This city loved him. Why? Because he went to work. He has exemplified what Chicago's about, a blue-collar, hard-working town. That's what Dennis did, and this is what Angel's doing. This is what Angel's doing. She's fighting in there. She's elbowing. She's rebounding. I love it. So when she came out and said, yeah, I'm a dog, I'm like, you damn right, Mama. You damn right. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see. And tomorrow. Whew, tomorrow, the Sky hosted the defending WNBA champion, the Las Vegas Aces at Wintrust Arena. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network. If it wasn't for a concert, I forgot who was in concert. But that Sky game, the Sky Fever game was going to be, would probably have been. I'm not going to say would have because I don't know. But they probably would have moved it to the United Center. And I'll tell you what, if the Sky can start selling out the United Center. But there was a concert in town, so they were unable to, it was unavailable. Caitlin Clark even asked, why, she asked why they didn't move it to the UC. But yeah, there was a concert. So, I love it. I love what the girls are doing. I love the fact that she is embracing the fabric of this city. She's embracing the identity of this city. You're a damn fool. Chica said, I'd pay to see Angel Reese body slam Don Burr. You are a damn fool. Oh, snap. Oh my goodness, I think that could be the the comment of the week. Cornelius Squalls, Kenny Carter. No, she's not a joke. She's a double machine. Michelle Wells, 8 in a row. So now, who's leading in the MVP race? I mean, the Rookie of the Year race. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and they both have legitimate arguments. They both have legitimate argument. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Good ass game, boy. Man, I was loving it. Oh man. Well, listen. Let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll talk. We got more sports conversation. I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up. My girls, the Sky, are doing it. They got to. It's gonna be tough. Las Vegas Aces, but yeah. Oh, King Booker, you remember whenever Rodman hit a 3, place would go nuts. Whenever Rodman hit a 3. Oh, that was crazy. Yes. And then we all remember the Dan Ryan coming inbound on the Kennedy, when they had the ad and they changed the color of his hair. Remember they had Mike, and then they had Rodman. Rodman had his arms crossed, and they would change the color of his hair, just put different designs, because he always changed the color of his hair, and they had to take it down because it caused traffic jams. People would slow down or stop to take pictures of it. That's how crazy that was. Why? Because that dude worked. Because that dude did all the heavy lifting, rebounding. Dude, he was what, 220, 230? If that, going up against Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, Ewing, Grandmama, Larry Johnson, Rick Smits. I mean, this is the dude. Those are the people he was going up against and winning, and frustrating them, and out rebounding them, blocking shots. The stuff that Chicagoans love to do, the hard work, blue collar mentality. That's what he did, and that's why the city revered him. Revered him to this day. To this day, they revere Dennis Rodman. We know how we love Mike. Hey, no one's coming close to Mike. But damn it, that cult following that Dennis Rodman had, because of the work he put in, because of his ability to, the hard hat, lunch pail mentality that he had that Chicago was known for. That's why they loved him. And that's why they love Angel Reese. It doesn't help she's easy on the eye. It doesn't help that she's a beautiful young lady. The fact she's a beautiful young lady who gets in there, get down and dirty and nasty and fighting and elbowing and rebounding and getting and ones. If they're able to win a title in the next couple of years, Angel Reese will own this city. Angel Reese will own this city. Now, what we need to do, what needs to be done, is Camila Cardoso. Now, she had, what did she have? No, she had 10, 26 and 10, 16 and 10. Yeah, 16 and 10 for Camila Cardoso. 16 points, 10 rebounds. We got to get her a little more active. Remember, she's got to lose weight. She's got to get more. She's got to change her body composition is what she does. She's already 6'7". Now, if you get, and people like her, that's who I'd love to see. Now, tell me how dope this would be. Tell me how dope this shit would be. I have to take a drink of my tea before I even mention this. I'm going to put it in a banner. Because if they do this, How great would it be if Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso worked with Hakeem Olajuwon? Think about that. To borrow special ed, think about that. I think about this. You think if I try to hit you, do you think that I would miss? Imagine, especially Cardoso. Angel Reese has good footwork. She can have amazing footwork if she works with Hakeem. Camila Cardoso, already 6'7", big body. She gets stronger, tones up, keeps her strength, and doesn't necessarily lumber down the court. Now she can move up and down the court a little better when once she gets a full off season. And if she works and gets amazing post moves from Hakeem, I don't know what the hell the Sky are waiting for. And I hope I hope they do. I hope they say, hey, listen, Hakeem, we're blocking out this for the next 6 weeks, 2 days, 3 days a week, or you know what? Bump it. We're going to have you come in here and practice in the off season. You come to Chicago for a month. Boom. And then when training camp starts, come back again. We'll pay you. Imagine Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso being tutored by Hakeem Olajuwon with their posters, with the aggressiveness that they have. Come on, man. Come on now. That's just too easy. Yeah, so she had to try Harold's. Or she said, Harold's is bussing. Yeah. That's who you need, because get those two with that type of fundamental training and the moves in the arsenal. And then you got Dana Evans. You have Kennedy Carter. All you need is a dead-eye three-point shooter. Come on, man. Come on, man. Unfreaking stoppable. Let's get on a crusade to get Hakeem Olajuwon in the offseason working with Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. You get the man. I'm just saying, why not learn from the best? And you got to work on Camila's footwork. You got to get her lighter on her feet. And what better person to do that with than Hakeem Olajuwon? Hakeem the Dream. Hell, Shaq will come work with her because, hey, him and Angel Reese are both LSU Tigers. He'll come and work with her. Hell yeah. But that's more brawn and strength, which is okay. But if you get both of those guys, and there'll be sometimes where you get guys that are stronger than you, have to use that elbow to turn and go up. And other times, you're faster than a big lumbering post player. You can step back, give them the eyebrow fake, go by them. There's a lot of work these girls got to do. A lot. But if you want to be great, then they need to do it. It's your only job. Yeah, I think Shaq would. Anyway, listen, let's take another commercial break. On the other side of the break, we got more to talk. I'm fired up. Call to the hall. First, one of the Blackhawks, one of our very own Blackhawks. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the Superback, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms. On Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel, you can find us at Sports Zone Chicago. And on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. That was were clips of my man. I remember watching him as a kid in high school and then in college. JR. Jeremy Roenick received the call to the Hall. Former Blackhawks superstar Jeremy Roenick will be one of 7 people inducted in 2024. The 7 inductees into the Hockey Hall of Fame. That announcement came yesterday. That announced he'll be inducted November 11th, and he'll be the third Blackhawk to be inducted since Chris Chelios in 2013. Doug Wilson was honored in 2020. So Chelios, Wilson, and now Roenick. JR was another type of guy. We talk about that Chicago blue collar, lunch pail, hard hat mentality. He was the 8th overall pick back in 1988. And he came in 88 and 89 season, and within 2 years, he was a star. All right, according to Ben Pope in the Chicago Sun-Times, he had 94 points in 1991 season, and then had 100 points in each of the following 3 seasons. All right. Yeah. He's 6th all-time in American-born NHL players in games played, 5th in points, 4th in goals. He received a silver medal with Team USA in the 2002 Olympics. Yeah. I'm fired up. I'm happy for this guy. This is a guy that I watched. Remember, they took he was part of the team they took to the 1992 Stanley Cup Finals where they got swept by the Pittsburgh Penguins and Mario Lemieux. And it wasn't Yari Curry. It was Mario and goodness, come on, who's the other? Jaromir Jagr. Yeah, Mario and Jagr. They swept our Blackhawks in '92. But man, some of his teammates were Chris Chelios, Doug Wilson, Eddie the Eagle, Steve Larmer. All right, and man, I am so happy for JR. You know, I can't state it enough how excited I am for him. You know, when you grow up watching players, I think that's the cool part about it. You grow up watching players and you see them, and a lot of times they don't. Many times they don't get this call. All right, but having the ability to watch him, he was a rookie. I want to say, not I want to say he was a rookie when I was watching him. I was able to catch I was an Andy Fran Usher. All right, my junior and senior year at St. Rita, and to get to watch him was dope. Dennis Savard was on the team. You know, he's still my favorite Chicago Blackhawks player was Dennis Savard. All right. I still have in the garage out there. I still have a stick from Everett Santa Pass, one of the more Blackhawk players. I tried to get Dennis Savard's stick, and Everett was like, "Oh, come, you know, we have a skate around, morning skate tomorrow. Come back. I'll give you one tomorrow." I'm like, "Fudge." I was like, "All right, I'll be back." So the next day, I went down to the stadium, and I think my guy was working. I didn't bring a shoot. I was working at Players Gate. Jay Usa. Big shout out to my guy Jay Usa. I went to grammar school and high school with him. He worked the Players Gate, so I got in. I waited till the practice was over, and then I kind of banged on the glass, like, "Hey, Everett, like I came back for the stick." Like, "Oh, okay." Comes over, actually gave me 2 sticks. I was like, "Oh." So let me tell you something. I was so happy riding the bus back. I took the Madison Street bus to California and California up back home. But I wanted to get Savard's. I couldn't get it. I met Jeremy Roenick plenty of times, you know, when he was a young first year or two in the league. And it was cool. It was special. All right. And I could not be happier for that young man. I couldn't be happier. You know, the way his work ethic, just blended perfectly with his stuff. Well, he's from Boston. You know, he's a Boston guy. And, you know, very similar blue collar mentality that he had playing the game, growing up in Boston, and it translated, and we love it. We love our players. We love those guys who work, who aren't afraid to work. Just because you're a multimillionaire doesn't mean that you can't go to work. Doesn't mean you can't be nasty. Doesn't mean you can't be gritty. Doesn't mean you can't be grimy. And so happy for JR. So happy, man. It's awesome. Again, to see one of your favorite players. All right, keep it real. My favorite player is Dennis Savard. All right. I love Kane. I love Taze. All right. I love JR. My favorite was Savard. But I digress. I digress. JR, man, long overdue, but you know what? It's here. And I'm happy for you. Big time happy for JR. So, the Bulls. The Bulls trade Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey's a 21-year-old young man. Here's one of the things that really bugged me about this whole situation. This really got me. Now, this kid has a lot of upside. The kid's only 21 years old. All right, 21 years old. That's it. He's only 21, youngster. Okay. You trade Alex Caruso. That's the first domino that's going to fall, most likely. I don't understand why they traded him now. According to Joe Colley from the Chicago Sun-Times, there were numerous offers since last summer for Caruso that included 2024 draft picks. But you waited, and it was a 1-for-1 swap. Yeah, I don't know. He's 21 years old. We saw how long it takes some people to develop. When you come in the league at 18 years old, your body isn't grown. Your mind isn't mature. I don't know. I think it signals the end of Lonzo Ball. I don't know. This guy just lost playing time last year. And if this is the type of shit that the Bulls are going to be doing, it's going to be another shitty season for the Bulls. And unfortunately, it's the same old. This is Reinsdorf, same crap, and that's been his MO. Same stuff with the Sox and the Bulls. Same stuff, nothing different. Nothing different. You get. I'm surprised that they actually got a quality head coach, the Bulls, and Billy Donovan. But you trade people away. Derek Jones Jr., Daniel Gafford, both contributors to the Dallas Mavericks who made it to the NBA Finals. Think of all the people that they got rid of. Lauri Markkanen, because you couldn't develop them. But you want to bring back Vooch. You want to bring back DeMar. You signed Zach to a crazy, stupid, ridiculous contract that he's not worth. And according to Joe Colley, a source told the Sun-Times that the Levine market has picked up. So we can only hope and pray that someone's willing to overpay for that joker. Oh, you like Eddie the Eagle, huh? Back in '92, during the Stanley Cup, Words had a free T-shirt giveaway, and all the people who signed up didn't know it was a sting for people who had legal cable boxes. Yeah, they're settlers. They are settlers. You know, you always go get you get a warm body is what you're doing. Like I said, I'm surprised they got Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan is a hell of a coach. He's a well-respected coach. I mean, he might not be able to get it done in the big games, but he's still well-respected. I'm not sure if Cornelius, I'm not sure if Giddy has some off-court problems. Yes, true. However, they have paid Zach more than they ever thought about paying Jordan. However, that's where the market is. Because you got to remember, Jordan was making $30 million his last 2 years. So the 94, 95, 96 year, his first full year back, he was still under contract. 96, 97, and 97, 98, he was making 30 mil. You realize nobody made 30 million for another 20 years? Do you realize nobody made $30 million for another 20 years after Michael? $20 years. Yeah. And now it's just the cost of doing business. Now it's just the cost of doing business. You know? I'm going to miss Alex Caruso. Don't get me wrong, I understand it. I understand why he traded him. But I'm going to miss him. You know why? I'm going to miss him because of the mentality and the attitude that he had. Defense, again, here we go. Another person who's willing to bust his ass. Another person who's willing to put a hard hat on, lunch pail mentality, get in the passing lanes, be a phenomenal defender, create steals, create turnovers, hit a three. All stuff Chicagoans love. All stuff that they love. So where do we go from here? I don't know. Where do we go from here? Because you know what? I'm tired of this Bulls team. And the thing is, like, they keep you just to the point where the play-in. Oh, okay. We made the postseason. They won't say the playoffs because it says not the playoffs, it's the play-in. They made the postseason. And so you're supposed to get excited about getting to the play-in. Really? You know? Really? You want to, but people will pay. It's a great thing. Yeah, Cornelius. Jordan was, oh, man. To deal with Nike alone. That's enough. I don't know if this is sarcasm or not. Oscar. Joe Sager. Full Sager. If it isn't sarcasm, then thank you. If it is, oh well. Just the way the game has evolved now. You know, it is. What are they going to do? Because the NBA draft is tonight. So who are you looking at? Who are you looking at? You know, like you get Klingon from Duke. Who are you looking at? Who are you trying to get? Because you're at 11. First of all, this draft is like, okay. So it's not a huge draft. We're like, oh man, I'm fired up. Top 5 or 6 or 7 play. Who do you target? Do you trade up to get Klingon? The kid from Duke. What do you do? You know, because for me, I'm like, at 11, you can get a good player. But I don't think you get a player that moves the needle. I think you're so far back at 11 because this is not a great draft. So outside of the top 5, maybe 7. You get Zach. You go for Zach Edey from Purdue. You know, I don't know if his game's going to translate to the NBA. Like, where do the Bulls go from there? Where do they go? I have no idea. Am I anxious to see them? Yeah. I'm anxious to see what they do, but I'm not going out of my way. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Because again, it's a Reinsdorf run team. They're full of crap. They got to keep the carrot in front of you. Just give you we made the postseason. And they get knocked out in the play-in tournament. Only reason I got this hat, 1, it's dope. All right, it's City Edition uniforms. And 2, it was at the Dick's Sporting Goods outlet for $10. And it's fitted. I'll take it. And they have my size. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought this hat if it was $45, which it normally is. You crazy than a mug. Listen, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a quick break. All right. One quick break. Yeah. Last break, and then we're gonna come back and we'll talk a little Bears. Do we have anything else to talk today? Nope, I think we got it. We'll talk Bears. All right. Let's get ready to bear down, baby. I know you guys are excited because I'm excited. All right, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Move it!
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. Yeah, I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators. A passion to change lives. Spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds. Help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Andrew Benintendi jumps on that first one, and it is gone for Benintendi, his 6th home run of the season, and some early fireworks as the White Sox take a 2-1 lead here in the first inning.
For Bobby Miller, that's the 4th straight start that he has yielded at least 1 home run. And Andrew didn't wait around. He hit his 6th. He's driven in 22, and the Sox do have an
infield hit. Now Eloy, the DH. 2-2 to Jimenez. Hits this one hard, and a fair ball down that left field line. Scooped up by Vargas, and they're going to wave him in. Here comes Robert Jr. He scores without a throw. It's the White Sox jumping on to a 3-1 lead here in the first.
He is out of the reach of the third baseman, and the White Sox are jumping all over Bobby.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of NBC Sports Chicago. Those are the good guys. The tough loss yesterday, 4-3, despite the Andrew Benintendi 2-run homer in the bottom of the first after Shohei Ohtani had a leadoff home run. That was a little nuts. It's funny, we were watching the game the other day. Garrett Crochet struck him out twice. First one I think he was swinging, but the second one froze him. I was like, oh. And third one, I think he popped up and got a run in, RBI, sac fly. And I was watching the game and I was like, hey, I was telling him, I was like, hey, listen, he's going to hit a home run in this series. They're not keeping him off the board. And we got what were we watching yesterday? Then we were going back and forth between Sox and something else. Anyway, we came in right after he hit the homer. The Sox were up 2-1, so it was right after the Sox scored. And I was like, whoa, when they talked about I got a notice on my phone. Said Ohtani smashes one. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Dude's special. Tonight's Mexican Heritage Night up at Sox Park. It is sold out. It is got all the Dodger fans who don't normally go to White Sox Park. You got people in from out of town going to see that. You have all the White Sox fans. And even some Cub fans who are going to see Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani he's worth the price of admission. And then obviously the big big Mexican contingency that's going to be at the game today due to the fact that it's Mexican Heritage Night. They're handing out T-shirts from your home state where you're from. It's pretty dope. So it is sold out. It's going to be an event. But there's some news. There's some news for my Bears, our Bears. So, per Mark Carmen, of CHGO Sports, the Bears have resumed talks with Arlington Heights. They have resumed talks with them. I was a full believer that it was never going to be anything but us. I don't want it to be Arlington Heights. I want it to be on the lakefront. Okay. I don't. I just want it to be on the lakefront. I get it. I get a lot of people's thing. It makes more money for them. Cool. I get it. I understand. And for them, they should in Heights. They should to maximize it. So when they sell a team, they maximize their dollar, the most out of it. You own the stadium. So your valuation of your franchise is worth more. I get it, all of it. I don't give a rat's ass though if billionaires can make more billions of dollars. I don't care. I want it on the lakefront. All right. There's stuff that you can do. There's stuff that you can do to keep it there. And if you say, well, the Bears are not going to own their own park, do you give a shit if the Bears own their stadium or not? Does that matter to you? Doesn't matter to me. Damn sure don't matter to me. Because they don't give a damn about my bills. And I really hope it is. I hope they're, I loved this rendering. I love the rendering that they did. In the South. That looks dope. That looks dope. It would be awesome. From inside, you got the skyline in the back. It looks dope. They've created enough grass space where there's, they lose the stadium, but they keep the columns up for the historic value. All right, Friends of the Park still have I guess because they're supposed to have X amount of land for the public. Well, with all those parks, you see the columns, see all the grass. I think they've fulfilled the proper amount of land earmarked for the public. Nothing to report. Their talks they're back at the negotiating table. Okay. They're back at the negotiating table. Yes, Chicago does need a world-class sports venue. I'd rather the Bears are in Arlington Heights to screw over the Chicago political machine. I get it. But you're also closer to Arlington Heights than I am. Up on the north side where you are. So Mark Carmen said they've resumed talks. Nothing to report. They're just resumed talks. So Mark Carmen's a vet of reporting, so he's not going to put that out unless he's sure. It's interesting how even billionaire Chicago Bears are trying to be taken advantage of by Arlington Heights. I hear you, Junior, about the Chicago political machine, but I'm like, you know what? Bump it. They got us by the short and curlies. Why not? And I was talking, I was on Nomad Show yesterday, and my thought is, okay, look. Say Bears are half owners. The city and the Bears. Okay? In the Bears, in their going halves on it with them, say that, you know what, the city can't prohibit who they sell to. Just for my biggest question is this. So now you can get funding, And everybody talks about, well, blah, 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 blah. Billionaires should build their own stadiums, go partner with somebody. I get it. But there are funds earmarked in the state. There are funds that are earmarked in the state for stadiums. And there's some funds that are there that are going to expire at the end of the year, which is why Jerry Reinsdorf went down to Springfield to try and get a new Chicago White Sox stadium right there off of Roosevelt and Clark on the river, which is why the Bears went downstate. Because if the Bears were willing to, according to Kevin Warren, the Bears president, the Bears are willing to put in $2 billion of their own. So if you get funding, $1 billion, I don't know how much, you can make this thing go quicker. And people are talking, well, they want a fan experience. I get it. You can add that to the stadium. You can add that to the stadium. You can have a Chicago Bears museum, Chicago Bears Hall of Fame, inside a Ring of Honor, up in and around the stadium. And then part of the museum is you go into the stadium. The tour, you go into the stadium, you get to see the Ring of Honor, you get to see all the other stuff, as long as the concert's not going on or whatever. Or you can even build that in the addition or part of the stadium that's on the outside, or and then if there's a concert going on, you just can't go in. If there's no concert going on or no setup going on, then sure, then you can go in the stadium and actually see the whole thing. There's so many different things you can do. I just love it because of the fact that I want it down on the lakefront. It's all I've known. It's all I've seen. And that's where I want it to be. I don't want to go to the burbs. I don't want to. Okay? You can have a Jerry's World here. I get it. It makes all the business sense in the world. I get it. For them, but that's not what I want. People are complaining. I understand. There's other things you can do. You can what land can you buy a little further south? You got the 31st Street lot that they use. All right. What about the Michael Reese Hospital? You buy the Michael Reese Hospital, that land that was supposed to be the Olympic Village when we were vying for the Olympics, make that a parking lot, huge parking lot, or even half of that, and just have shuttles back and forth. They have shuttles going from 31st Street lot to the game. So just have shuttles going from the Michael Reese Hospital. Shuttles going back and forth. I mean, a lot of people will walk. That's okay. But you can make it happen. And I hope they do. And it's got to be done. It's going to take 3 years to build the thing. So the sooner you get it built, or the sooner you start, the sooner you finish. And when it's all said and done, again, here's the one thing I said. If there are funds for this, why not use it? The city gets, and again, I don't understand what the city doesn't get. Because this thing's going to be used 24/7, 365. There'll be a city tax on parking. There'll be a city tax on tickets. There'll be a city sales tax on beverages, on merchandise, everything. There's a city tax. So you're turning down from November, December, January, February, March. You're turning down 5 months of events where you get taxes on parking, on swag, on food, on clothes, on souvenirs, on everything, because you want to own everything. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Because you know what? People are going to pay. It doesn't matter how exorbitant the prices are. They pay $15, $16 for a beer. They don't give a shit. They'll pay it. They'll complain about it, but they'll pay it. Think of all the concerts you can have there in 5 months. Think of all the other things that we talked about. The WrestleMania, the college football playoffs, the Big Ten championship game, Final Fours, the WrestleManias, all the things we talked about. High school all-star games. All this comes with city tax. And you're using it you have 5 more months of this facility being used. So it's used 12 months out of the year. Concerts, my goodness. Hell, Billy Joel was just at Field. Summertime, man, you have 2 concerts a week. You know, have artists come, they'll play Tuesday and Wednesday. Boom. If there's nothing else going on, just leave the stage up. So next week, this next artist is coming. Wednesday, Thursday. It's there. And why? My question is this. There was $1.5 billion with a B, dollars earned in tax revenue from sports gambling last year. Almost the same in marijuana. And just think, you could put a special tax on anything that has to do with marijuana. If it can be used for marijuana, put a special tax on it. Lighters, tax. Ashtrays, tax. Butane lighters, tax. And all the money. So if this is the case, if you're literally getting $3 billion a year, $3 billion a year in tax revenue from sports gambling and from marijuana, do you think that number is going to go down at all? Do you think that number is going to go down? People are just going to say, yeah, I don't feel like smoking weed anymore. Yeah, I'm going to give up my sports gambling habit. That's only going to go up. So now you have money for that. And I get it. There's a lot of social services. Nomad mentioned it yesterday. Yeah, good. Let's get the social services up and running. It ain't going to cost $3 billion a year. A couple, 20 mil, 30 mil, hell, 100 mil. Oh, no, that's only $1.4 billion left over. But no. Politicians got to pad their pockets, their war chests, their campaign. This could all be done. You can even start to replenish some people's pensions. We're talking $3 billion a year. Do you realize from the $3 billion, if you take $500 million and you disperse it, boom, boom, boom. Next year, $500 million, boom, boom, boom. Next year, $500 million, boom, boom, boom. What if we hit $7 million in revenue from weed and sports gambling? Why can't $7 billion? Why can't you take $1 billion and put it into all those things? It's only going to go up. but people don't see the big picture. We have a nice place on the lake, parking. You go by the Michael Reese Hospital, just go a little further south of the McCormick lot. Just go a little further south and have shuttles. It can be done. Because I'm looking forward to a team this year that's going to be good. I'm looking forward to a team that's about to turn the corner, that's about to be relevant again. I remember when the Costco opened in Melrose Park, they were giving out a flyer outlining how the Chicago politicians wanted all this money so they aren't opening any in Chicago. That was before Clyde won a division and 14th in Ashland? Yeah. Brandon Shutt's in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. B, I'm voting for the SuperBack for president this year. But see, that's the thing. Everyone's so greedy. Like the city, you literally will have in perpetuity taxes 12 months out of the year. Every single God blessed car that's parked there, every single freaking hot dog and beer that's bought there, every single shirt and victory chain that's bought there. All right? Victory chain. It's sold at Soldier Field. You get taxed. You tax it. It's not only for, you use it during the summer. Don't get me wrong. But you can't use it in January. Can't use it in February. Probably can't use it in March. April, maybe. Can't use it for concerts in November and December. So using it for what? A Bears game here? A Chicago Fire game, maybe? That thing can be open 24/7. Just doesn't make sense to me. But you're talking, Junior, you're talking about the Chicago political machine. What about Arlington Heights? What about Arlington Heights? The tax valuation went from 37 million to 160, 180 million? Like what? That's the issue. That's the issue, is the tax valuation. It jumped once the Bears bought the land. And so the Bears are going to be taxed with the value of 100 and something million, as opposed to being taxed at the value of 30 million. I don't know about you, but getting taxed on 30 million is a hell of a lot better than getting taxed on 160, 180, 190 million. Call me crazy. And that's the issue. So the Chicago political machine, they just up front. They don't give a damn. Arlington Heights, they're trying to be, oh, well, we'll do it on the down low. No, you're crooks too. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. They want their money, and they're doing it that way, and that bothers me. For that, you might as well go to Chicago, because at least in Chicago, a handshake's a handshake. It could be an under-the-table handshake. It could be behind closed doors in back alleys in the back room, but a handshake's a handshake, and it means something. You're damn right. And a hell of a lot more programs, too. You got the money. You're getting the money. So within 5 years of Colorado legalizing marijuana, within 5 years, I want to say it's 4. But within 5 years of them legalizing marijuana, the state of Colorado had a surplus in their budget. Are you freaking kidding me? A surplus in their budget. And that's because everyone's flying to Colorado for weed. Now, no, you don't got to go anywhere. Now you stay in Chicago, stay in Illinois. Within 5 years, you can have a surplus. Hell, 10 years for sure, you'll be even, if not have a surplus in your budget. Because people aren't going to stop smoking weed. People aren't going to stop gambling. People aren't going to stop going to the new stadium. They're not going to stop going to concerts. They're not going to stop parking at concerts. They're not going to stop buying beers at concerts. They're not going to stop buying T-shirts and merchandise at concerts. All these have taxes on them. King Booker World, holy shit. That's a great call. That's a great call. That is a great call. I can guarantee you that thing will be sold out. And don't come at me with this, oh, it's going to smell like weed. So it's okay. You don't care if your kids smell alcohol? You don't care if you see mommy and daddy drunk? Auntie, grandma drunk at the party? Drunk at a Bears game? Drunk? So don't give me, oh, it's going to smell bad. No. Kids can't smell the alcohol? Your kids don't see the people fighting in the stands because they're drunk? So don't come at me with any nonsense, oh, it's going to smell. Actually, you know what? You can't do it because it's going to be indoors. Son of a biscuit. It'll be indoors. You can't do it. Unless you have a outdoor facility. You step out of the stadium. You're in a stadium, but there's an outdoor. It had to be a huge patio, but an outdoor thing where you could smoke. That would be dope. I hear you. I don't like secondhand smoke from anywhere. That's why you have an outdoor spot. Now, if you want to go freeze your nuts off because you want to smoke weed, go freeze your nuts off. But it's not in the building. I doubt that'll happen, but that's a great idea, King Booker World. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. This can all be done. It can all be done. Yeah, designated area for the herb smokers. It can be done. Will they do it? That is the $1 million question. Because I'm looking forward to the season. I'm looking forward to this. You know, we talked about it yesterday. I'm still having a problem in those first 9 games with a buy-in there. So the first 10 weeks. I'm trying to find a third loss. Legitimately a third loss. I can come up with 2. I can solidly say 2 losses. I can easily say undefeated. But I can't come up with a third loss in those first 9 games. So you're going to have a team that's had 9 weeks to get this offense together, to get them rolling, to get them on the same page, to get comfortable before you hit the division. It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year. Jukeo, I don't know if we're going undefeated. The possibility is there, but I don't know. I'm saying for the first 9 games, I know we'll lose 1 to Green Bay. You got the Niners. Yeah, we're not going undefeated. I'll be at that game in San Francisco. Undefeated? No. That's a possibility. That's a good possibility. Is the Texans are one Texans? Well, let's pull it up. I was trying to think of the schedule. I'm like, well, why don't we just look at the schedule? There's a crazy idea. So the Texans, the Colts, and the Rams. Maybe the Jaguars because that's in London. So 2 out of those 4, I think we lose. Or I think we can lose. Tennessee, I think we got to come out balls to the wall. I'm still not stuck on Indy, which is why so Texans, LA, and the Jags. Panthers, if we even come close to losing, I'll be annoyed. And then we have the bye, and then Washington, they suck. Arizona, they suck. The Patriots, they suck. Telling you 7-2 is a legitimate possibility. We'll see. I keep hearing on other podcasts how the Bears are going to lose so many of the first few games of the season, and I'm like, how? Folks are really like the Colts because of Richardson. And maybe we lose to Indy. And we lose, then there's our 2 losses. All right. Lose Indy, maybe the Texans. All right, we start off 1-2. People get crazy. All of a sudden, we beat the Rams 2-2. Beat the Panthers 3-2. We beat the Jaguars in London 4-2. Oh snap! Then we got a bye week. We can recover 8, 9, and 10. We even come close to losing 8, 9, and 10. That's 7-2 right there. So we can literally start off. Or how about this? What if we beat the Texans? What if we lose to the Tennessee Titans, lose to the Colts, but beat the Texans and we're 1-2? People are going to go crazy. But we still have the chance to beat LA, Carolina, Jacksonville, and the last 3 buster teams. This is why I tell you, don't get too crazy. Don't get too crazy. Yes, however, he's been able to look at these different things. He's been able to look at the quarterback position from a coach's perspective because he's had to do it because he was injured. So he's still a wild card coordinator. I don't know what to expect from Richardson. I really don't. He can come out and have a phenomenal season, having learned and sat and watched for a year. Or he can still have a lot of growing pains because he hasn't actually done it in a year. You know, like if he had sat and watched most of the season, you know, started the last 2 or 3 games, whatever, or I made a lot of mistakes, then I'd be a lot more worried than I am now, or more concerned. Well, man, listen, 2 hours has come and gone. Man, I want to thank you guys. This chat was lit. As always, I appreciate it, and I love the you want to beat the brakes off the Texans. We got the defense. So, guys, you have a phenomenal day. I got to go pick up the warden. All right, she's over at CrossFit. All right, and phenomenal day. It's supposed to be. It's going to get temperatures are going to drop a little bit, which is fine. All right, but I need you to do this. I need you to let your loved ones know that you love them. All right, I talk about it all the time. All right, it's time and tide wait for no man. You never know when the last moment is with your loved ones that you're going to spend. All right, so for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, Elliot Baez, our executive producer, Clarence Council, my social media guy, and my co-host, Essential Maya. I'm your boy, the Superback, Shawn Sierra. Guys, have a phenomenal day and rest of the week. I will see you live next Wednesday here. Next Tuesday at 3, I'll be with Nomad again. So I love you guys. Okay, my sports zoners, I love and appreciate all the support. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. Okay, Facebook, YouTube, Roku, all that good stuff. So everybody, your boy, the Superback, I am out.